Hey everybody, this is going to be my Thane Heins' replication of the regenerative acceleration videos he's got. It's kind of like, you know how batteries recharge on electric vehicles by hitting the brakes. It's actually not the brake pads or anything, but the lens effect on the coil that slows down the wheel. So this uses the same principle, but it uses the regenerative principle during acceleration, which people say, it defies Lenz's law and the third law of conservation of energy. Anyway, this setup, it can act as a lensless rotor, having no effect on the rotor. And I'll show you an example of a conventional coil that does slow down under load. And for the load, I've got a little light bulb here, 12-volt bulb, 1 amp bulb, and got this coil here totally shorted out, and I'll be using that as my demo just to show how regular setup slows it down, and this will speed it up actually while under load. So here we go. I've got my on and off switch for the bulb, and that's just to show that with the light on, it does not slow the rotor down. And if I had a bigger coil, it would actually speed it up a little better. But anyway, this is my my short circuit switch. So I hit this, and the coil short circuits and induces the maximum amount of drag on the rotor possible, and that will actually, instead of slowing it down, it will speed it up. And I'll prove that with the meter here. I don't have a tack, but I'll be able to show how the voltage climbs and the wheel speeds up. That'll be obvious. So here we go. Let's defy some more physics. So we're going to get it to slow down to a slower speed, because with the high RPM you just can't tell. So that sound is the regenerative deceleration, like you see in electric vehicles. So I'm just going to set the input voltage to fairly low, just so it's not going all crazy all over the place. Okay. Get it so that it's noticeably weak. So we're slowing down, you can hear that, or we're fairly stable. .11 volts across our bulb. Without the bulb, 11.8 volts. I'm going to short circuit the system. Should go to 0. And we're hearing the rotor speed up. Letting go. You hear the drag again. Short circuit. And it's speeding up. So here's the E coil. It actually touches 3 magnets at once. That's why it works. We'll get into that if you guys care about asking questions on the comments. And we've got the coil totally short-circuited right now. And I have not adjusted the speed. There's no speed to adjust on the motor itself. The only speed adjustment is on the voltage input. I have not touched that. I think it's about 48 volts input right now. Under half what it needs to run properly. And the coil is short-circuited. It should be slowing it right down, but it sped it up. So now I'm going to release it. And you see the motor slow down. And our voltage is up from where it was. Just going to slow it down again. Turn it down even more. So we're dropping. Load on. 14.1. Short circuit. And we've got acceleration. Back on load. 14.4 from 14.1. We should be slowing down again. But instead of killing it, it'll actually rest at about 14.1. Hear how it's stable? It's not slowing down. Our bulb is blinding. Amps out. Maybe 100 milliamps coming out. But we really can't tell what's going on because we're short-circuiting it to get acceleration. Turn the load back off. .9 and decelerating, according to Lenz's law. We'll get back down to 18.1, I think, and then I will again short-circuit the system, and we'll see acceleration again. That'll take forever. Here we go again. Should go to 0. And we have acceleration. And 19 volts. It's sped up to. So, that is the proof of regenerative acceleration. Okay, so no load, RPM. You can hear it. Listen if it drags. I think I heard it speed up actually. Okay, now I'm going to place conventional coil front gonna start slowing it down until it actually comes to a complete dead stop. I better. Okay, well, it'll take too long to do that. But anyway. As Thane says, cheers.